It's the time of the season when love runs high. In this time, give it to me easy and let me try with pleasured hands to take you in the sun to promised lands, to show you everyone. It's the time of the season for loving. What's your name? Who's your daddy? Is he rich like me? Has he take us anytime to show you what you need to live? Tell it to me slowly, tell you why I really want to know. It's the time of the season for loving. What's your name? Who's your daddy? Is he rich like me? Has he taken anytime to show you what you need to live? Tell it to me slowly, tell you why I really want to know. It's the time of the season for loving. It's the time of the season.
All right, y'all. Good evening. It is High Priestess Jamila. Hopefully, I got some of the peeps from over on the Divine Services channel to come on over here. I noticed that I get a lot more views on that channel. So I posted it to the community wall in case you guys are interested in stuff like this. Because, you know, some of y'all are like, look, I just want the spiritual stuff. I don't want to hear about this mess. And I totally understand. And it's not about mess. I'm actually talking about my ancestors. And I want y'all to meet my grandpa Jack. Yes, your grandparents do matter to your bloodline. Of course they do. Your whole bloodline makes up who you are. Okay, which, you know, not completely, because that's just the blood and bone. I mean, it is very important. Hey, Christian, how are you? Hello. And if y'all could hit that thumbs up also, I think that when I go live, if y'all could hit the thumbs up, like right when I go live and stuff, that will help my algorithm and, help me have visibility. So I really, really appreciate that. Okay. So I had to come back and say some things. And I'm going to be showing you guys a little picture show of my ancestors. So the guy in the thumbnail, that is my grandpa, my great grandpa Jack. I've never met him. He's my great grandpa. He was gone before I got here. Okay. But he's still my grandfather. Now, when I look at him, I can even see me. I feel like he's the reason why I got the cowlicks, that everybody says is alopecia or my hair's falling out or thinning out, but that's not what it is. My grandpa Jack looks because my last name is Irish, okay? And those are my people, those are my family. I was not contrary to what the people, because I don't know, I guess if they feel like if they lie about things that means that I don't exist or something. I have no idea. But contrary to what people believe, I do have a family. I was not born in a pumpkin patch. So I did come from people, it just, and so my mother, Sherry Lynn Briscoe, her mother's name was Lena Louisa Eloise, Hurlina Briscoe, and she was married to Charles Briscoe. Had several children that included my mother. Actually, she had five. She almost had six. Had several children, though, and she had those children with Adolph Benjamin Briscoe. I think he was a senior. Yeah. And so that's my grandfather, Adolph Briscoe. Okay. And don't like, y'all like Adolf. Ain't that Adolf Hitler? Like, no, the name is spelled totally different and everything. Okay. So Hitler is not my grandfather. Okay. But come to think of it, maybe that's why there's so much hate. My grandmother's father's name was Nathaniel Boston. I have showed my grandpa Nate. In fact, I'm going to be doing some ancestor work with my grandfather, Jack. He looks so cool, man. Like, it's so cool looking at your ancestors. And yes, I do have a family. Yes, I am a person. No, I am not some, I don't know what is wrong with people, but I'm going to be showing you guys some pictures of Charles Briscoe, who is his son. I believe that's his father. Yeah, Charles Briscoe. And I want y'all to look at him and tell me what this man looks like. Now, there are some people in this world, like, first of all of us came from somewhere. White people, some of them came from Europe. I know that there's no such thing because some people just look at people with straight hair and they say, "Oh, they white," and they'll correct you. One of my best friends and sisters is Armenian, right? So people, I don't know what that is. And then I was, being attacked last night, being told, "Oh, your hair is way too nappy." My hair is way too nappy for me to have my ancestors. Uh and like, I don't know what's wrong with people's obsession with the silky hair. My hair is wavy. I love my hair texture. I have never in my life, I have never in my life seen anything like it before. In fact, I've actually rocked my natural hair. Oh man, the past 20 years, I ain't had no creamy crack on my head. No, no, no. Okay. And so, obviously, so okay, how do I articulate this? Okay. There are some people who will say, "Hey, my father was Jamaican." And what does it mean when somebody tells you about their bloodline and their ancestors and the person say you just a regular black bitch or something like that? I'm sorry, excuse my language. I know that we don't want to hear curse words all the time, but I don't know. They're like, what is that? That doesn't exist. We all came from somewhere, whether or not it was Africa or our ancestors came from Africa, Europe, Spain is what Christian said, Italy. Why would people go around perpetrating something like that? So if your father is Jamaican and your mother is Haitian, which I kind of think that that's what it is, then that would make you Jamaican Haitian. You ain't just black nigga. You know, I don't know what like I just don't get that. I really don't. And when I mention my ancestry, which is factually African American, Ethiopian, by the way, Ethiopian is what I would guess that it is based upon the way my grandmother looks, my grandmother and my uncle Nate. I'm sorry, not my uncle Nathaniel. My grandfather, my great grandfather, Nathaniel Boston. He looks Native American. I'm gonna show y'all some pictures of him. He looks like he and I don't like I have a small ancestor altar, and I want to print their pictures on on color, you know, like photo paper, so that I can have my ancestors set up or whatever, so that I can be communing with them and making offerings to them and saying thank you for helping create me. You created my grandfather, you created my great grandfather, you created my mother, you created my grandmother, and you know, you created these people, and thank you, because I wouldn't be here if you wasn't doing what you was doing. Okay, whatever it is that you was doing, you did it, and here I am, Jamila Briscoe. So factually, African Ethiopian, I don't know about the Ethiopian, but I know African, Irish, white, Japanese, as well as, my sister doesn't like when I say this, native. Y'all know what I mean by that. She got me kind of like a complex or whatever. Sissy powerful, okay? But y'all know what I mean. Indian, okay? Okay? That's what my people were comprised of. Okay? My mother was obviously, my mother, like, they're like, oh my God, like, my mother was beautiful, like exotic looking. She was very exotic looking. Okay. And so, so am I. Uh, I mean, I guess it's not exotic to have kinky coily hair. And you can't get more exotic than that. But you know, everybody's in, you know, when you're dealing with stuff like that, you're dealing with people who uh you're dealing with people who judge the world based upon hair weave and textures. And I don't judge the world based upon that. It's nothing wrong with wearing wavy, silky, curly weaves or anything like that. I've never said that. It's just that I am not putting that stuff in my hair because I want my hair to get sunshine, to get air. And, you know, that's why my hair has been growing like a weed, because it's been getting oxygen and my scalp is getting oxygen. And you know what I'm saying? I don't know, Christian. I think hazel eyes can come from any origin. I really, to be honest with you, but I'd have to look that up. Um, so yeah, because I've seen African people with blue eyes. I've seen African people that were white as snow, a very, very pale African person with very coily, kinky, curly hair, with blue eyes. Okay. So we've seen that. And they're not lying about that because, yeah, you never know what genetics are going to do. Okay. So I want to show you guys a picture of Charles Briscoe, Dr. Charles Briscoe. I'm going to show you guys a picture of him. And I'm going to actually show you guys a couple of different pictures. And so this is Grandpa Nate. I'm just going to upload all of these so that I can just scroll through them. And my grandpa Nate was so handsome, such a handsome man, isn't he? Okay. And then y'all already can see Grandpa Jack. Now this man right here, this is my Uncle Sonny. Now you can really tell that my Uncle Sonny is absolutely got that Japanese. Look at him. Because it is a fact that and I'd have to get with my uncle about this, and I will, trust me, when I go back to KC Mo. I may eventually go and visit him and his wife, and we got some catching up to do. And so he'll be able to tell me the whole story behind it. But great, my great grandmother, or was it great grandmother, was a Japanese war bride. Okay. So this is another picture of Uncle Sonny. Okay. So this man, obviously, and I don't have any young pictures of him, but it's obvious that Uncle Sonny definitely, and when you look at the Briscoes, we all have that look. All of us do. And I haven't changed. I've had that look, whenever I run into my family members, they like, hey, it's a Briscoe. Hey, that's Uncle Sonny's obituary. He passed away, rest in peace. He was actually a pastor of a church. Okay. I don't hold it against him. And then here's another photograph of him. Um, I, I don't understand why I would get accused of lying about something like that. Why would I lie about something so minuscule? That, honestly, I'm really being careful with the type of people that I associate with on YouTube, to be honest with you, because it's so negative and silly and ignorant. Okay, that's another photograph of my Uncle Sonny, and he's obviously biracial. But yeah, he's, I guess now I see why people were saying that, biracial people, I mean, if you look at it, we're none of us are black or white. Like, I wish and there's probably even some Spaniard in my bloodline too, if that's the politically correct term to use for that. Okay, which is probably why I have a tight knit connection with Santa Muerta, because she loved me. Santa Muerta be all up on me like, girl, let me tell you what you need to do. Anybody that worked with Santa Muerta knows exactly what I'm talking about. Oh my God. But yeah, this is my Uncle Sonny. He's obviously part Japanese. Obviously. Now, as it came down the bloodline, but it ain't that far back. This is my great grandfather. This is my grandfather's brother. So he's my uncle. I'm sorry. This is my grandfather, Adolph Briscoe's brother. I don't have a picture of my grandfather, but he looks just like him. Looks just like him. Now, my grandpa was alive and he actually babysat me when I was a baby. Okay. So I met him. Okay, Adolf. Okay, they called him Ben or Benji probably. Because his name was Adolf Benjamin Briscoe. Okay. I don't have no reason to lie about stuff like this. Like, I don't understand what an argument or why somebody would accuse me of lying about something like that. I don't get it. You know what? I want to be accepted. But there's been times in my life where people have not accepted me. People hate me. Okay. So I can deal with that. I'm a grown woman. I've got my big girl panties on. But why would somebody lie about something like that? And why would somebody even play around with somebody's ancestors like that? Right? Was he a short man? Which one? Or KG, which one? Are you talking about my grandpa Jack? You talking about which one are you talking about though? I don't know how tall my grandpa Jack was. I know that my so you talking about Grandpa Jack? I don't know, but I know that I know that my grandpa Adolf was definitely not a short man. No, he was not. He had to have been at least 6 foot tall. The men in my family are tall. They're not short men. You know, we do have some men in the family that are like 5'11". None of the men in my family are shorter than 5'11" or like 5'10". So no, he wasn't a short man. So if that answer, yeah, yeah. So I mean, I don't know. Like, I think I'm pretty cool. You know, I don't like it. It's mind boggling. I've never been hated. That's something that I've never been through that. And it is disturbing because I'm so accepting of other people, and I don't understand it. But I wanted to show you guys my family. Like, I'm not some crazy person that's just going around lying about these things. I definitely know exactly who I came from and where I came from. Yes, my father's name is Dean Maxwell and my mother's name is Sherry Lynn Briscoe. I came from my mama. Okay. Dean Maxwell is definitely my father. I look just like him. Okay. But I'm kind of like a combo baby. Like, sometimes I be looking at myself, I be like, okay, today I look like that person. Now I look like this person. You know how sometimes you be like, am I shapeshifting? Anyway, nah, I'm joking, y'all. But you know, I'm definitely his child, right? Like, yeah. And he raised me. It wasn't that, you know, in fact, my mother, I think he was probably only like maybe I think my mother only had like 3 sexual partners in her life. Two or three. Probably two. My father and this one guy that, you know, she had and I liked, no, three. It was three. And because she was with an older man. And I wonder if he's still alive, if he's still alive. Interesting. I haven't heard anything from him. But anyway, you know, so I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't think it's kosher to like just go around and I mean I mean, what am I supposed to say? Okay, well, I'm black. Like, okay, but you realize that there's a lot of black people that, I mean, you can even look at some dark skinned black people and they are like biracial. Like there's darker skinned people of every origin, so skin complexion doesn't really, it's not necessarily a precursor to your origin. I mean, I guess you could look at the hair. I personally think that coily, kinky hair, which we're not going to say black hair. What does that even mean? But, some of us have our curly, coily hair, and I love it. And I'm not disturbing my curl pattern. In fact, I've thought about silk pressing it, and I'm just like, yeah, that would be cool to actually see the length and maybe get my hair trimmed. But I will go to a professional to get something like that done. Somebody that I know is good with taking care of like my texture hair. I don't want any heat damage. That's why I want flat ironing. My hair has not been flat ironed in forever. Probably like maybe a couple of years. And I just don't want any heat damage because yeah, it can cause breakage and split ends and stuff like that. And so but yeah, so I just wanted to come and express that, you know what I'm saying? Like, is it okay for me to be me? I went to school with this one girl, and me and her was cool, man. That was my road dog. And she was light skinned, okay, like a couple of shades, like probably like, no, not a couple of shades. Like she was like 3 shades lighter than me. And she had just this beautiful face. And I want to like link back up with her because I'm gonna add her as a friend so we can get caught up because we went through some stuff in school. We both got bullied together, and that's somebody that I would love to see at my high school reunion. But she had these really slanted. She looked like a mix between Native American and Chinese. And all of us back then, we had perms in our hair. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't know why I thought of her, and I'm ready to relink up with some of the people that I knew back in my hometown, because there was never anything negative. And, I had this other friend and we used to call each other sisters and stuff. And, she would call me, we all called her Applehead because she had a big head, but she was so cool, man. So many good memories, you know what I'm saying? And like, I actually have a lot of good memories from my hometown, Now, when Spirit started, because it was almost like a shadow, and I think it was Spirit letting me know, ooh, you have a connection with the spirit realm, Jamila. And it does tend to kind of make you paranoid. But then when people actually are stalking you and acting weird, you know, and when it goes beyond that, once you've discovered who you are, but then it goes beyond that, it's kind of like, whoa, wait a minute, I already know who I am, so why is this happening? Like, is this supposed to be happening? So yeah, I try to keep a light heart when it comes to stuff like that, but people really, like, I don't know, like, I would never sit and argue with somebody and tell them, who they are, like, or because I don't know everybody. I can't tell you, like unless you show me your ancestors or where you came from. How? I mean, I can tell by looking at you, but I mean, I'm not gonna argue with you and accuse you of lying about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, Why would somebody lie about that? So I just want to show you guys that, since hot off the rumor mill presses that Jamila's cray cray, and I'm going around lying and saying that I have Japanese, or that I'm Blackanese, and how dare I say that, and I have nappy hair, and that's such an insult. But yeah, that's Uncle Sonny, and you can really tell with him. But I mean, this is my daughter right here. Y'all see my daughter? Y'all see my baby girl? And my other daughter, I need to get some pictures of her. I just so happen to have, I think I got my other daughter in here. My other daughter, that both of my daughters look just like they take after their father a whole lot. But both of them, look like the family or whatever. They both look like me is what I think, of course. But I have a tendency to say that all babies and stuff look like me. Oh, your daughter look like me. You look like you could be my daughter. I be telling people that you look like my daughter. Just I don't know. I'm assuming I might be with somebody who worked for Santa Martha someday. I'm taking this as a grain of salt. Oh, I love, love, love Santa Martha. Oh my God. Let me just tell you, such an amazing goddess. I swear, love her. Okay. Love her so much for many, 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 many different reasons. But, and not because she's murdering people for me. Like, really? I mean, she is very overprotective of me, though. She is, okay? But there's limitations to that, okay? Like, as a witch, I trust. I trust, and I know that that word is stigmatized, but hell, all of us have some stigma. Society stigmatizes us. People will stigmatize you for some reason, but eh, you know, um, and then I forgot what the heck I was getting ready to god dang say. Oh well. But anyway, it's overwhelming, and I am not autistic. I just definitely not autistic. I'm an empath. I think that I don't know. I just know that I used to get overwhelmed with that, and I've trained myself to not, just this negativity coming at me, and it's like I don't know, guys. Y'all know I ain't gonna be happy until I'm all off somewhere in the woods by a lake, not necessarily off the grid, but just away, away. Oh, over the rainbow, like really over the rainbow. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not over the rainbow here, like, but I hope I bought some good things to Georgia, before I get up out of here. It's time for me to go home and walk and do my thing. You know what I'm saying? Just, go and huh, see the snow. I miss the snow. I was telling somebody that today. I was like, I miss the snow. Like I ain't had a white Christmas in so long. It just, Prince, the singer, believed that snow killed bad spirits, and it does. Georgia needs to have snow. When it does snow, it's a blessing. So that's not actually a good thing. I've learned to appreciate the snow. And I've gotten the opportunity to just kind of sit down and think and discover who I am and discover the world. Okay. You ain't got to travel all over the place to discover the world. You can discover the world just in your head, just by observing and listening. So, I don't know. Like, but yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to say. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up for my beautiful ancestors. I wish we had more pictures of the women. Like, why are there no pictures of the women? There's pictures of my grandmother, of course, with her beautiful self, and my mother. But like, I did see, I think I saw a picture of my great grandmother. I don't know why it's so weird and bizarre. It kind of makes me want to cry. Why are there no pictures? But, I have the pictures of my grandpas and stuff. And so, it's just what that is, okay? What do you think this means? What do I think what means, Christian? Anyway, I've got to go, y'all, in a minute. But tell me, Christian, tell me, you know what I would really like? I would really like to have more people on my panel. There's, I've never been isolated in my life. Ever, any social situation that I've been in, never been isolated. Don't know where that comes from. But I know that there's people out there in social media that's ready to attack like dogs. And it's not a man, it's actually people that just kind of, you know, they don't want me to be social because they feel like that means that I'm successful, which I am successful. I'm always going to be successful. But it would be nice if people can come and hang out with me. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's pretty cool. And any of y'all that hang out with me on my panel, I salute y'all. And those of you that don't come up here, I'm not trying to say anything about y'all. Y'all good. But, you got to be a brave person. And because it's a lot of people that are like, don't talk to her. And it's like, people talk to me all the time. If you have somebody who works for Santa Martha, you mean like an enemy? Is that what you're talking about, Christian? You mean like an enemy? Oh, a lover. Okay. I don't know. All I know is that I gotta go. I can't ponder that right now. I'm sorry, Christian. You can. I'm not trying to sell readings or beg or dry beg or anything, but y'all, some of these questions y'all be asking, you probably need a reading or something. I don't know. Okay, you guys, I gotta go. Y'all have a good night. I'll see y'all later. Okay. Blessings to y'all. I'm sleepy all of a sudden. I'm tired. Goodness gracious. Then I felt like some bad psychic energy also, which I'm over that now because I had to liddy up my schmitty. I liddied up the schmitty. Probably should have known to put up my shield and handle business before I came on here. But I mean, what's that about? You can't even discuss who you are because people have an agenda. I want you to be who I want you to be. Like, what is that? What? Uh, okay. No, you have to be what I want you to be. Like, and so then and then it's kind of like you can pick up on those people like upset. Like, I don't, y'all remember in that movie Species when old girl got upset and these worms started going through their face and stuff. I think that's what happens with some of these people. Oh yeah, I could definitely see that, Christian. Yes. Money work with Santa Martha. Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Anyway, y'all. Y'all have a good one though. Blessings and peace to y'all. And rock on, dude. Rock on. You gotta fight for your right to party. You gotta fight for your right to party. Bye, y'all. Blessings. Love you guys. Bye bye.